Welcome everyone, good evening. It's Anita with Empirical Grace Acupuncture, just giving a minute for folks to join in. I was going to do a Q&A today as well as to do a demo for Acupressure Acupuncture, so welcome. While everyone's joining in, please have the questions rolling in. Happy to answer any questions, happy to help you along the way. Quick bio, and then we'll step into it. It's Anita with Empirical Grace Acupuncture. I've been doing acupuncture, acupressure for 20 years, had a group of chain of clinics on the West Coast, ran a free clinic outside of Hyderabad, India, writing some books, treated pro athletes, been a witness in court trials. Also, what else can I tell you? I've treated about 45,000 patients. All right, now that we have a good amount of people on here, hello from Vancouver. Very nice. I've been to Vancouver, love the food and the ambiance and everything. So welcome, Vancouver. I think what we're going to do tonight is, let's see, depending on the questions that are coming in, I think I'm going to do one on pain management because a lot of you guys are asking about back pain, also headaches and tired eyes and so forth. So I'm going to show you some acupressure tips that you can do with that. We're also going to do some ear acupressure so that can help you with also sleep and those things. And then if there's enough time and there's some good questions that I haven't covered, I'm happy to answer those as well. It's really important to me that I help you along your way. So have the questions coming in. Okay, cervical pain. I will do my best to answer. Actually, let's start with cervical pain. So the nose actually represents a lot of different things. The nose represents the vagina, the cervix, the clitoris, and so forth. So if you're having cervical pain, obviously get checked out by your physician because the majority of acupuncturists in the world are not primary care physicians. So it's really important to me that you go get checked out because I can't examine you and I also don't have the training that a primary care physician does. So do get checked out. But for cervical pain and also pain in vagina and so forth, this area right here, you want to massage a couple minutes, couple times a day. This is also really good to help you with ovulation because it brings blood flow to the reproductive organs. So in summary, if you're struggling with pain in the cervix, pain in the vagina or so forth, obviously get checked out by your doctor, of course do that, and also a couple minutes, couple times a day to help with that. That point also helps with regulating the cycle. Another point is right here, top of the forehead and bottom of the chin. A lot of acupressure is based on mirror imaging, so I'm giving you the best images that can help you. So for that gal that asked about cervical pain, you can do right here, you can also do right here, and also right here. I do my very best in the clinic to do lots of different mirror images so that you get the best matrix results. So if you're struggling with that, consider doing this couple minutes, doing this couple minutes, doing this couple minutes, and mix and match throughout the day. That'll work really well for you. All right, and then we just did a video on puffy eyes and it's doing really well. So if you have anything related to tired eyes, puffy eyes, dry eyes, allergy related eye discomfort, the point, let me show you a little bit more clearly. And again, ladies, if you're pregnant, the points on the hand and the forearm, please do not do. It's too stimulating and I don't want to unnecessarily cause contractions for you. So I am really meticulous about putting on the video and also the comments. So be sure to check that out. If you're pregnant, I want you to be a little bit careful because the acupuncture can be very stimulating and I don't want you or acupressure to go into labor unnecessarily. So if you're pregnant, do not do this point. And so it is pretty much, if you see my knuckles right here, so the eyes are represented right here. So if you massage this area right here as well as right here, and you can do, and generally acupressure is a contralateral medicine. So if you're struggling with right eye, do left hand. If you're doing left eye, do right hand. But they will still work, but they'll work better if you do it contralaterally. And then as far as headaches and back pain, let me show you another really good trick that I've learned, and that is the following. You can have your forearm, and again, ladies, if you're pregnant, please don't do this. So what I want you to do is pretty much from the wrist to the elbow, there are so many meridians right here, 3 on the medial aspect and 3 on the posterior aspect. So if you massage like this for a couple minutes, couple times a day, you actually are taking care of the whole head as well as the neck and all the way down the back, all the way to the hip. So what you want to do is simply do it like this. And this will help with all sorts of headaches. The only thing is, if you're pregnant, I don't want you to do the hand points or the forearm points. So that will take care of a lot of different discomfort. And I also want to talk to you about 2 other things: castor oil and coconut oil. In a 1-to-1 ratio, makes a very powerful combination. And the reason why is that it's anti-inflammatory. It can also break up the tissue, so it can loosen the tightened tissue. So what you want to do is you want to get a good organic castor oil, and you also want to get a good coconut oil. And in a 1-to-1 ratio, you can make an ointment, mix it together, and apply it. And that can help with a lot of different inflammation. We had fantastic results with that when I ran the free clinic outside of Hyderabad, India, because as you can imagine, we're surrounded by coconuts. And so I saw that and it worked really well. The other thing is there's a difference in how you treat if you have pain. If you have arthritic pain, you want to do heat. If you don't have arthritic pain, you haven't been diagnosed with arthritis, then what I found to be best is basically to use cold. You can do biofreeze. You can also just do old school bag of peas and throw it on the site of injury. So let's walk through an example. Let's say you have back pain. It's so common from us sitting at our desk and working. So what you can do is you can play around with it. You can take the castor oil and the coconut oil in a 1-to-1 ratio, mix it together, and then put it on the area, and then do some ice. Now, if it's arthritic, I want you to do heat instead of ice. And also, if you want to take a soak, anything that has ginger would be really good, because ginger actually relaxes the tissue and so forth. Now, if you're saying to yourself, I don't want to do ice. You know, I used to be that way too. And then I was in a really bad car accident and I found ice to be so relaxing. I used to put a bag of ice on my back and it would help me to fall asleep. So if you're really struggling with pain and you're like, I don't want to do ice, then do heat, but end with ice. And so let's walk through just a simple example. Learning is done in circular, so the more I repeat myself, the more maybe something will stick. And a lot of these videos are on our YouTube channel. Please check it out. There's a lot of great information. I'm trying to do more longer videos so that you guys can really learn, and there's a theory behind it that you can use for the rest of your life. So if you're struggling with the type of pain, get checked out by your doctor. That's number 1. And also next is you can do the acupressure for those things. Do it a couple minutes, couple times a day, especially in the morning and in the evening. If it's arthritis, I want you to do heat pack. If it's not arthritis, I want you to do cold. If you don't want to do cold, then do heat, and then end with a little bit of cold. It can just be for 5 minutes, but just end with a little bit of cold. And before you do the heat pack or you do the cold pack, I want you to consider doing an ointment with coconut oil and castor oil mixed together. If you don't like either one, do one or the other. I've seen great results with them individually as well. So that's really good. So let me go ahead and see if there's any good questions, and I'll also try to answer these. If not, I'll do my best to be on here regularly. I'm so sorry, it's been so busy at the clinic, and I apologize that I haven't been here as much. So wonderful. Okay, clear skin. You know, I noticed one thing that a lot of people don't do, and actually 2 things. One is drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. And the reason why water is so important is it hydrates the skin. So I know I do this example all the time, but let's say you weigh 200 pounds, then it's 100 ounces of water. A gallon is 128 ounces of water. Do your best to maybe drink a gallon of water. If you weigh 150 pounds, then drink 75 ounces of water. I can't stress it enough. The more that I've talked with I have mentors who are physicians, and we talk about this all the time. Clear skin, do your best to hydrate. And the second thing I would say is exfoliate. So many people don't exfoliate, and I have had, in my 20s, I had a lot of scar acne scars. You can't see it anymore because it's been a while since my 20s, but I'm a little darker, so I exfoliate twice. I sometimes exfoliate twice a day, morning and evening, but at least once a day in the morning shower. And if that's too much for you, a couple times a week. If that's still too much for you, once a week. So get yourself a really good exfoliating cloth, or you can just get a washcloth. And what that means is use a good cleanser, and then afterwards, just in circular motion upward, I want you to exfoliate, and that can help. So drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, and second is to exfoliate regularly. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really love the love. It's my passion to help all of you, and it really means a world of it. It really means so much to me when I'm like tearing up, but means so much to me when you all really enjoy my videos, and also you do them and you try them, because it motivates me to help you even more and do things for you all that can stand the test of time. I know this video went viral, and so many of you wrote that you are getting results with that, and it makes me so happy, because like if I can help you with tummy trouble and so forth, you're going to be better in the world for it, and I've done my part. So God bless you, and thank you so much for the love. It really motivates me, so I really appreciate it. And then do you have an acupressure point to keep the wife quiet? Actually, there's a story behind this, and I will tell you. In India, before a man and a woman gets married, the man gets his ears pierced, and the woman actually gets her nose pierced. And according to Ayurvedic tradition and medicine, this is the anti-aggression point. And for men, this point right here, where so many of us have our ears pierced, is the libido point. So when my parents got married, my dad got this pierced and my mom got this pierced, but my mom doesn't like her nose pierced, so she pulled it out. And then my dad, because he's a chemical engineer, he pulled his out. So if you want an acupressure point to help your wife stay quiet, maybe consider getting her nose pierced, which is the anti-aggression point. Good question. And you're very welcome. For thyroid, do get checked out by your doctor, but let me show you two things that you can do. One is this point right here. So this point really helps with endocrine function, all sorts of things. It helps reduce cortisol levels. If you're a gentleman, it helps with testosterone. It helps with thyroid. If you're a lady, it helps with progesterone, estrogen, FSH, and LH. So I want you to massage this point. You can also just massage this point right here, essentially the third eye. And also seaweed. If you are hypothyroid, seaweed actually, you don't need to go crazy. Trader Joe's has some snacks, seaweed snacks, I love them. You can do a couple of those snacks a week, or seaweed salad, that can also help if you're hypothyroid. But also talk to your doctor about diet as well. And there's really some simple supplements that the doctor can give you for your thyroid. So do get checked out. But what I've seen that can help hyper and hypothyroid as far as acupressure is this point, couple minutes, couple times a day, and then seaweed if you're hypothyroid. Okay, let's see. For sinusitis, what you can do is actually this point. As long as you're not pregnant, you could do this point, and you can do this point. As long as you're not pregnant, you can do that. And then also neti pot, clear out the sinuses. The neti pot a couple times a week can really help, and they make some disposable neti pots now. That's a really good thing. Or you can, like eucalyptus or citrus, something very aromatic, you can put on a Q-tip and inhale. And so that, when I ran the free clinic, I had a lot of sinus issues, and of course I treated myself with acupuncture, but I also got these aromatic inhalers, and I would inhale in the morning and the evening, and that really helped clear the sinus pressure. Especially, there's two sinus cavities right here. There's also a set here, and there's also a set here, but for me these have been problematic, and that helped cleared quite a bit. Okay, wonderful. Okay, I've never heard of acupuncture pins. I'm a big fan of ear seeds. Also, you can also just do pressure. So that is also a really good thing. And I know there's a constant debate on this in the acupressure world, but my personal and professional opinion is that the ear piercing does make a difference, because I did this because it's culturally, in the Indian culture, kind of what we do, but also this is the anti-fatigue point, and so I got that done when I was 27, and I noticed a big difference. I can definitely work and I don't get as tired as easily. So for me, the piercings do have a therapeutic effect long term. That's what I've seen. I've also gotten a few other piercings. Some of them have fallen out, but I think in a little while I want to do the hunger point right here and so forth to help curb my appetite and so forth. So I haven't heard of ear pins, but you can do pressure on the points that I show you. Also, you can also consider piercings too. Okay. High cholesterol. Obviously get checked out by your doctor, but a good thing would be cinnamon. I'm a big fan of cinnamon, and you can see the PubMed research on cinnamon. Cinnamon is so powerful. I can't say enough about cinnamon. You can put it in your oatmeal, you can put it over blueberries, you can drink it as a tea, include it in your soups. So cinnamon can help with pain, especially menstrual pain. It can also help with diabetes, it can help with cholesterol, and it can help with hypertension. In my own family, my parents, I've seen, I'm religious about doing my best to make them drink cinnamon tea, and I've noticed that over the months that my mom's glucose levels are better and my dad's hypertension's better. So, and it also can be helpful with cholesterol. Do get checked out by your physician, but cinnamon is a nice thing for all of us to do in our diets, because ladies, it'll help with menstrual pain, and then it'll also help manage cholesterol, blood glucose levels, as well as hypertension. And then I am located in the Washington, D.C. area. I had a chain of clinics on the West Coast, but a couple years ago my parents were ill, and my dad worked at the Pentagon for a long time, and so they're retired now, and they were ill a couple years ago, so I came home, and I'm happy to be home in the Washington, D.C. area. That's where I grew up, so I'm right outside of D.C. Come visit me. I'd love to have you. All right, so it's 9:44 in the U.S. on the East Coast, so I'm going to show you 2 points that we're going to do for bedtime to sleep. So what we're going to do is, I'll do my best to keep track for us, but 1 point I'm just going to share with you, and the second point is an ear point that can help with all sorts of things, but when I do it, I'm so drowsy. So let's do the first point, this top of the head. So if you're ever stressed, or you're fatigued, or you just need a little boost, or you need to calm down, just gently massage the top of the head. And there's also a theory too, if you have hair loss, one thing is scalp massage. You can do scalp massage with a nice vitamin E oil, castor oil. You can also do it with a coconut oil. So this point, and in honor of acupressure, for the last 2 minutes, I want you all to follow along with me and do this point. So let me show you on my ear. It's the point is actually smaller, but my finger. So it's this point. So I'll keep track for the last 2 minutes. This is a great point to get you into the mood to fall asleep and have a great rest. And I'll do my best to be back on here tomorrow night. So I wish you all the best, and thank you for all the love and support. And do this acupressure point for the next minute or 2, and this will help calm the mind, to calm the body, to fall asleep. And you can do this for your partner, your children. This is a great point. It's very safe. Everybody can do this point. Fantastic. And thank you for all the great questions. And check out our YouTube channel. There's some really great information on there. And check out our Instagram as well. There's some great posts as well. A little different from TikTok because the crowd is a little different, but I think you guys will enjoy it as well. A lot of reels on there. Fantastic. There we go. Gosh, I'm so tired already. I'm ready to go to sleep after doing this acupressure point. I hope you are too. So if you're just joining us, we're ending with an acupressure point for insomnia. This point is located right here, and we're doing it together for just a minute or two to help us get into the mood to go to bed and get a good night's rest. This is really safe. You can do it for one another, your partner, your children, and so forth. Thank you so much. And I will be back on here, have the questions coming in. We'll do our best to answer, and check out our Instagram or our YouTube channels as well. All right, take care. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.